Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host. This is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. This time, I want to take a look at this book right here. This is the Captain America and the Falcon, number 204, from 1976 by Marvel Comics. And this is written, drawn, and edited by Jack Kirby, with Frank Giacoia doing the inks. See, for a time in the mid-70s, after Jack Kirby had returned to Marvel from DC, he worked on several titles. Those he created, wrote, and drew, such as titles as like the Eternals, Devil Dinosaur, 2001, and Machine Man, etc. Plus, he returned to Captain America, which was then double billed as Captain America and the Falcon. A few years earlier, the character of the Falcon was created and teamed up with Capt, put right on the masthead. And for a time, Capt withdrew from the Avengers, and he and the Falcon existed in a series of Kirby-created stories with few, if any, crossovers into the main Marvel plot lines. And during this time, Kirby created the Captain America Bicentennial Treasury Edition. And this was also the peak of Jack Kirby's creative powers and output, with the most recognizable era of his classic art style. Yeah, this is the most classic of classic Kirby. His art, as well as his writing style, because he didn't have Stan Lee doing his script from stuff that Jack had basically written, and then taking primary credit and stuff, but. Yeah, this is a kind of an odd one because it's right in the middle of some storyline, and so it's more or less a bridge. So we're going to take a look inside there. But before we do that, I want to take a moment to remind you that I'm offering 5x8 inch character cards drawn by me for you, so, just like these, or these here if you prefer, for a variety of characters, any character you desire, from comics, comic strips, cartoons, Star Trek, Star Wars, things of that nature. And if you are interested, leave a comment in the comments below with pertinent information, or contact me directly here at my email address. That is Korraq, that is a Qorraq at yahoo.com. Bring it to my attention with our commission, and I'll see what can be done for you. And here you can see this Jack Kirby cover. Pretty impressive. Just crushed by the unliving enemy. That Agron walks the earth, and with each step I take, I grow stronger. That's kind of reminiscent of some of the Lee Kirby monster comics of previous decades. And as I said, this is a kind of a bridge in the storyline. There's a lot of smash and smash and smash. This is almost like a Hulk or other monster thing here. So we'll take a look inside. Jack's the unburied one. Jack's splash panel, filled with caption and dialogue, not as dynamic as one would expect from a splash page by Jack Kirby. It's in a Shield psychiatric hospital, and Cap is there because like these two figures here in the front are part of the leadership of some kind of whacked out semi-religious cult. But it's not just a cult. I guess it's like technologically based, because you don't just get drawn in and get brainwashed. Something happens to you and you're like zapped, and then suddenly you're part of this brotherhood. And Cap is here because his partner, the Falcon, has been zapped and initiated into this cult, and that's all he can think about. So this way, Cap is seeing these people and how they interact in here, and he's talking with the doctor walking through the hospital, and they're talking about some of the other patients here, like this one here. This is a strange case. He seems to be dead, but he's not. He's alive, and is all kinds of weird stuff. And some previous owner had cut out a coupon from the ad from the other page, so I'm missing a panel. That's a bummer. But this figure then slumps in fatigue. The story pages stick together, and all I can get are ads. Oh, yeah, here we go. And they're still talking. Here's showing the Falcon himself, and Cap is aghast because he's got him in a straitjacket. They've got him in a straitjacket. Says, why is this? Because he got violent when we tried to remove his uniform and his costume, and with his costume on, he can get out of here. So we need to keep him from escaping. Well, as we treat him, we just don't know what to do. And the other guys are here with orderlies. Cap leaves, and here's the orderlies going to see that cadaverous-looking fellow. Going to feed him. He doesn't eat. He seems to be dead, but I was told to feed him, so here they are trying to force feed him. Well, that doesn't work. And he starts throwing them around like rag dolls. Meanwhile, Cap is heading out with his girlfriend Sharon Carter, and they stop for a talk and smooch a little bit, and then they have a bit of an argument because she's wanting him to give up his Captain America persona and just be Steve Rogers. He says the two are so integrated, I can't give it up, and then she's not happy. She takes off. More damn ads back then. Meanwhile, back at the hospital, this guy is just smashing stuff right and left. It's incredible power, incredible strength, and great dynamic art by Jack Kirby, tossing people around. Again, kind of somewhat reminiscent of his monster days. But to no avail, just blam. Until the cops, the armed guards get there, and reluctantly they shoot, and they just fill him full of holes, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on him at all until suddenly he just flops down as if he's dead. But he had no pulse or respiration to begin with. He's this they call him this guy Agron because he's acting like he's having difficulty controlling speech, but has been able to whisper a few words such as Agron. That's what they call him, Agron. And supposedly something about some being from the future in invading and possessing this form. So here they are. So they take him to the morgue and go to strap him down. Said, we're going to need help on this case. Meanwhile, Steve's back at his apartment, trying to relax a little bit, ruminating about Falcon and his talk with Sharon, and feeling kind of sorry for himself. And then the phone rings. Oh, it must be Sharon. She's called to apologize. No, don't work that way, Cap. See, more ads. Four pages straight of ads. He picks up the phone, and it's the doctor. Says, Cap, we need your help here. And he says, well, because the guy's gotten loose and has caused problems, he fails to convey the urgency of the matter to Steve, and Steve is so preoccupied he just kind of blows him off, which is very unusual for Cap. He says, I'm sure S.H.I.E.L.D. security forces can handle it. And Cap basically hangs up on him. Meanwhile, they're looking at the seemingly dead guy, and he starts moving, and he gets up again, starts, even though he was lashed down, busts through that. Now he's getting larger, more muscular, more robust, and more powerful than before. So, almost every 2 pages is another part of ads. And so he's getting Hulk-like, and smash and smash and smash, throwing people around. And then the doctor says, we need somebody as an equalizer here, someone who's used to dealing with this kind of stuff. And so we need a superhero. So, we've got a superhero. So he goes to the Falcon's room, and the Falcon just flatly refuses because he can only in defense of the Brotherhood. That's the cult which he has been zapped into. Says, but they are in danger. This is a threat to everyone, including the brothers and sisters of that Brotherhood. He says, okay, take this off. I'll take care of it. Or see about it. And then off he goes. And then, like I said, another double-page spread of ads. And here, now that's great dynamic. Image of Falcon flying through the passageway, past all the crumpled, injured bodies that this guy is leaving in his wake. And then he's pounding. Agron is pounding his way through. And Falcon engages. And is just about to go head to head. And it happened suddenly, before the Falcon's very eyes, causing him to scream in horror. What? We don't know. We gotta wait. Says next issue, fear comes striding. Boom. Cliffhanger. Now I liked all the cool action and the art of this guy on a rampage. But what is very disappointing is the lack of action by Captain America and the Falcon, until right at the very end, getting involved. That part is very disappointing, because I don't know you can't see what happened before, can't see what happens afterwards. But it's some great Kirby art. I can't fault him there. Great Kirby action scenes. It just doesn't have the Captain America action scenes in Captain America. Oh well. I'm sure there were plenty of them in the issue before, and there's going to be plenty in the issue after, but this is the issue that I've got. So that part is disappointing. That part is disappointing. But it's some great Kirby action. So that's what I've got for this issue of Captain America and the Falcon. Wholly produced by Jack King Kirby. And thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment. Leave your comment. Tell me about your favorite part of Captain America, his history, his storyline. I really like this period in Captain America because it's Jack Kirby who has returned to his own creation from decades before, and when he has virtually total control. But maybe some of the stories were a little lackluster. But I do kind of like that it kept Cap out of most of the cosmic stuff, while everything else Jack was doing was cosmic. But this particular issue is disappointing. So once again, thank you for joining me. Comment, like, share, and remember, comics are art.